you. That's excellent. Number three is entitlement. Entitlement thinking is the belief that you miraculously deserve all the good things in life regardless of what your financial statement says. After all, why shouldn't you have an expensive clothes or a big screen TV, a cottage on the lake, manicures, and a new car? Everyone else does, right? So we think, why shouldn't we have it? And the healthy
Right.
habit is to only purchase what you can afford to pay for immediately. A healthy, wealthy attitude is you're only entitled to what the balance in your savings account shows you've earned. And number four is we all know too well, the instant gratification. And
Sure.
closely related to entitlement is a debtor's tendency toward the instant gratification. You want everything now and are willing to pay on credit, and so you're, of course, causing more debt. And number five is self-worth connected to stuff. Advertising, of course, tries to manipulate you into believing products will make you more attractive, smarter. I like the smarter one. Everyone wants to be smarter, happier, or you live longer. And the debtor buys into this by believing happiness is connected to more, better, different stuff. And of course, we know it's not. And
Right.
so the healthy habit, is to separate your spending from your feelings of worth. You are not defined by your possessions. Ask yourself why you spend. Are you satisfying a genuine need or a contrived want? Your things, do not determine your worth as a human being. And number six is you don't have a plan. Debtors tend to detach spending, saving, and earning from each other. A person does not have a plan or budget for retirement, no number calculations or plan of action for growing earnings. And incidentally, the debtor lives week by week because there's no blueprint to do anything different. And a matter of fact, questions not considered on what to do in the event of a job loss or a medical emergency. And the healthy habit is to run your personal finances like a business, with a strategy and action in place intended to create a financially secure future. And also develop a mindset that there will inevitably be a rainy day. We do have rainy days. And we need to ensure those possibilities. You can't afford to lose. And last but not least is number seven, and that was complacency. And then nothing, of course, accelerates a debt spiral like complacency. The debtor attitude might be, I'm already in debt, so what's the big deal if I spend a little more? And it's a very dangerous emotional state because the pleasant feelings you experience when buying are disconnected from the painful feelings you experience when the credit card bill arrives. So, but overall, after all this is said and done, the good news in all this is you have the power to improve your financial situation no matter where you are at today. I mean, you created the habits, and your habits produce your long-term financial results. And that means you're in charge and have the power to make positive changes. We all have heard that insanity is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting a different result. So I know for
Right.
myself, I actually was a shopaholic many years ago, and I just had to come to that realization, and you just have to make changes, small changes. And I've got myself in debt. Matter of fact, I went to college. I just graduated from college recently, and I had a college debt, and I haven't been on vacation in 8 years. But I decided I'm not doing anything above and beyond my needs until I get my debt paid. And I did. I don't have any college debt at all, and I don't have a credit card debt either. So you can make the change if you want to. So
Hmm.
the healthy habit,
Absolutely.
yes. The healthy habit is to spend based on needs, not wants, and to plan purchases rather than buy spontaneously. A good habit for breaking emotional spending is to force a couple day cool off period for all non-planned purchases so your emotions can settle down. You know how you get that you act on emotions. So if you take a couple days, usually you realize you don't even want to buy it anymore. And if you still want it after 2 days, then it may actually be worth buying, all dependent on what it is and what the financial situation is.
Right. Right. Very, very good advice. I think that there's so many people that fall into so many of those categories. And what I hear you saying is that if you can recognize that in yourself and make those changes, your emotional well-being will actually improve.
Yes.
Very nice. All right. We have got a couple of websites that I want to remind you will be in the show notes. And Carol, we are getting ready to wrap things up here. Do you have anything else to share with us before we let you go?
I would just like to leave the listeners with a quote. It's from Mark Twain, said, "I can last 2 months on a good compliment." And unfortunately, that will not sustain us financially.
Oh, if only it could.
Yes.
Who needs food when you can have a good compliment?
Oh, funny. And you can use whatever name you want, the Smiths, the Joneses, the Greens, the Wilsons, but please stop trying to keep up with any of them. They will leave you in the dust. And besides, we know the repo man is not a respecter of persons. And buy what you need, not what you crave. Go to White Castle for that. If you have White
for those
Castles
cravings.
where you live. Yeah, do you have White Castle?
We don't actually. Well, we can buy them at the supermarket.
Okay, but their slogan is "It's what you crave."
Okay.
And of course, Cold Stone is their ice cream sizes. Like it, love it, gotta have it. So you don't, gotta have it. Oh. And one final thought is, my purpose of this episode is not to solve your financial problems, but to show the effects it can have on our well-being. And a lot of this information came from Yahoo Finance and Mint.com.
Okay, excellent. Well, Carol, thank you so much. As always, just a reminder, if you enjoyed this show, please share us with your friends. You can also access the archives for our previous shows on Spreaker Web Radio. And you can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/BioGirlHealthShow. Carol, thank you so much, as always.
Thank you, Kimberly. Have a great day.
You too.
Carol Newman is a longtime advocate for natural and healthy living, living a life that's close to the land in a small farming community in Richmond, Michigan. Carol is dedicated to helping women realize their full potential. She will help you achieve the best possible health and teach you to embrace your true inner beauty. For more information about how to live a healthier, natural life, visit biogirlhealth.com. That's www.biogirlhealth.com.